now. Okay, so not that one. Well, Staedtler make a whole lot of different kinds of pencils. Okay. But for drafting, I like using the one that's sorry, you can't really see that. I like using the one that's red and black because it gives the best quality. It's not an expensive pencil. I find that Derwent's pencils, even if you do get a 4H, look really awful. Oh. Oh no. I'm going to leave it and then come back in. Join, and come on. Okay, sorry guys. Sorry guys, I dropped out. I didn't mean to, but sorry. Okay. Anyway, that's the state. Can you all hear me? Can you just give me the thumbs up on the screen so I can see you? Yep. Okay. Peace out. All right, but I'm gonna have to draw in an HB myself because otherwise you can't see it on the paper. This looks really weird. Did you guys manage to get yourself a T-square at all? Some of you? No. Yes or no? Okay, I'm getting some very strange looks from people. So we'll just have to continue with this one. All right, so what I want you to do, and you probably only have a full paper, so I'm going to have to do a full paper. I'll just fold my paper in half. So on an A4 sheet of paper, stop doing that. Wow. I wouldn't use audio. Oh, come on. Come on. Join. No internet reconnect conversation. I have reconnected. It's going to drive me insane if this keeps happening. What's going on over here? really? Let me try again. No, because it's not there. It's not there. I am retrying. It's not working. I won't be able to send an email either. Where's my... Oh, I wish I'd stopped putting my phone down. I can't find the frigging thing. No. Now it comes back. Hello, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Brazilian. You got that ethnic, save money thing about you.
Could be. I'm not like that because I like expensive stuff. But
Yeah.
sometimes I think myself, why am I gonna pay? Because you can get
Exactly.
the same brand. Like I bought a coffee machine, and
Yeah.
it cost me coffee machine $1,400,
Yeah.
and I paid $1,000. So I saved $400 of it. Just
Yeah.
saying, belong my coffee machine. So you just need to shop around. That's it. You got the same brand and everything. And I can spend $400 in coffee beans.
That's it. That's right. Good coffee. Your Brazilian coffee beans.
Oh yeah. Okay, Annalise, we are ready to go.
Okay, sorry, I lost connection
It's
completely.
back.
I had to turn my internet on and off and all sorts. If this happens again while I'm teaching you, what I will do is I will record anyway what I was going to give you this afternoon, and I will put it up on the Moodle because I don't want you hanging around trying to wait for me if my internet goes out again. I'm really sorry about that. It didn't happen last week. It's happening this week. So just be aware that that's what I'll do. All right?
Yeah.
You're not going to lose out on anything. And I'll just put it up on the internet either really late tonight or tomorrow morning, and you can look at the video that I do. All right? So we'll try. We'll see how we go, but that's the alternative. All right. So some of you have got paper, some of you don't. Some of you have got a T-square, some of you don't. I'm going to use my T-square, but you can use, what's the word I'm looking for? Grid paper, if you've got grid paper. But I'd prefer you just to use a T-square, but I'll show you what we're going to do first. So I'm going to ask you guys to, first of all, I'll zoom out so that you can actually see what I'm doing. Zooming, zoom out. No, I can't do that. I'm going to have to do that and then bring this one. I shouldn't look at the screen, should I? It's not good. I'm just going to get you guys to do it in landscape. Or will I? No, don't do it in landscape. Do it in portrait. I lied. So we'll do it in portrait. If you've got your set square, sorry, if you've got your T-square, even if you've got a set square, it'll help you line it up fairly well. I'd like you to line your piece of paper up so it sits on, there we go, that's better. So it sits on top of the set square, the T-square. I wish I'd stopped saying that. Okay. If you don't have one, try and line it up as close as you possibly can to the edge of a desk that's got two straight sides on it. So whatever you've got.
Sorry, should we be able to see what you're doing? I can't see anything.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've got it recording. I've got recording on. You can't, none of you can see anything. Sorry. There we go. Is that better? Oh.
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, better.
I dye my hair blonde, so sometimes it goes to my brain, you know, sort of. Okay, so I'm just, you can't really see the top of the page here at the moment, but I'm sticky taping. If I do that, whoop, very quickly, I'm sticky taping.
Sorry, I still can't see the screen.
I've got it on.
So what are you sticking that paper on?
This is just a table, a drawing table I've got, but you can do it on a coffee table, or as long as it's a flat surface and as long as it's got a right angle edge to it.
Oh, so we can't, you're using the normal tape?
Yeah, it's just normal sticky tape. Now, if you don't have something, it's just so that you can keep it as straight as possible, all right? If you don't, then I'm going to have to get you to maybe do it without that, because not all of you have your T or set square, so let's not do that then. Let's just...
Annalise, can I get out and sign in again to see if I can find the shared screen? Is that okay?
Yeah,
You'll
sure.
have to let me in. I'll just log out and then you have to let me in a minute.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. Sync. I can't sync right now. We'll try again soon. What is this? Okay. Someone's gone out. Waiting. Mona, did you want to ask something? Got your hand up. Oh. So what time was that? It was around about 2 o'clock-ish. She hasn't come back. Are you here? Was that you, Caitlin? That was going in and out? Sorry, I didn't see who was talking to me before.
I think it was Min.
Oh, it was Min. Okay, she's still not coming back in. Wait. Min. She's down bottom as an accept. She's not coming out in the lobby. Oh, she's having problems too. Oh, bum. All right, so while we're waiting for her, I'll just make that straight again. Beep. just down one side of your A4 sheet of paper. Now, who's got one of these? Have you all got one of these or no?
I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got one of this.
I haven't got one yet.
I don't have one yet.
Not yet.
Okay. For those of you who don't have one, just use an ordinary ruler. Do you have an ordinary ruler? Centimetre ruler.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent. I'll just get my centimetre ruler, which is really dirty because it's got black paint all over it, but we'll just ignore that. Okay, so what we'll do is from the top, just measure down from whichever end it's going to be, every 2 centimetres, everybody. Where's my pencil gone with the thing on it? All right, which one of you took my pencil? What have you done with it?
It was me.
Was it? Give it back. I need it. I can't see what I'm doing.
Maybe your cat took it.
He's asleep. Oh, he might be asleep on it. That's a possibility. All right, I just used one of these. I just wanted to use my favourite pen, but no, I can't use my favourite pen. Of course you can't use your favourite pen, Anne. Why would that happen? All right, I'm going to have to use a 2H because my 4H doesn't work. All right, so I would measure down on one side every 2 centimetres, just like this. Oops. All the way down. Let's see if I can actually read 2 centimetres. And then do the same over the other side as well, so that you can create some lovely straight lines. Dum. No. Oh dear. Okay. And then join those lines up, or join those points up, so you create beautiful lines. Why can't I see my beautiful lines? That's bizarre. Oh, I've got a very dirty ruler. All right, just pretend that my scale ruler is is a centimetre ruler. It's basically got the same things on it. Okay. So just very lightly draw these lines across so you've got some nice... Oh, that just doesn't look straight to me. Might be just my eyesight. 2 and there we go. Just every 2 centimetres all the way down the page, or down for a little while. Okay. Okay. And then we will go measure in 4 centimetres that side. Does that say 4? Yep. And then measure in 4 centimetres on the other side. And do that at the bottom as well. So you've got 2 points of reference to draw a straight line with. And ta-da. And then lightly draw in a line that goes all the way down and do the same on that side. So we've got 2. So you should have something that vaguely looks like that. All right? No, I don't want that. I don't want that somewhat. Nope. No, I don't want that at all. Good grief. Where's it gone now? That one. Where's the thing that says red? Oh, crap. So I'll make everybody. Okay. All right, so we go 1, 2. So come down to the third line down, which is 1, 2, 3 on this side, and measure down 1/2 centimetre and put a mark there. So come down to the third line and from here mark down 1/2 centimetre and do the same on the other side so that you've got a nice accurate space, and just draw it from that, from this side to that side. And I'll just darken this one up a little bit so I can see it. Now we're going to draw together. Now this is nice, some lovely straight lines. This is probably 1 to 50. And it's 250 thick wall. That's good. Excellent. All right. So still using your centimetre, one of these. Okay. So a centimetre ruler, if you've got a scale ruler, works the same as 1 to 100. But those who don't have a scale ruler, just use an ordinary centimetre ruler. I've stopped using mine because it's got black paint all over it from me doing artwork with it. Okay. So we came down to the third line and then we measured down 1/2 centimetre, then 1/2 centimetre. We are going, if I could just stop with the high voice thing. We are going to measure along I think it's 13. So if we measure along 3 centimetres and draw a little line there, and then we measure along another 2, which brings us up to, then measure along to 5.5, and then mark off 6.
Annalise,
What?
please can you put all the measurement like in a side?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you.
Let me just do that I'll just do these. It's not very difficult. And then this one's going to be 2.5 again. Okay, so starting from here, measure in 2.5 centimeters. Sorry, wrong. That's wrong. Should be 3.
3.
I can't remember what I'm doing. All right, now who's taken my eraser? One of you who've snuck through the internet and absconded with my eraser. I'm going to have to open a new one. This as well. I had one here before. Why do things go disappearing? I'm sure there's little nymphs or something that come around and steal things from me. Either that or I'm just losing my mind slowly. Okay, so that really should be. So the first one will be, so from there to there will be 3 centimeters. Can you see that? No, not yet, really.
Are we able to go a bit closer or not really?
Yeah, no, I can go closer. Let me go closer. Oh, it's a bit hard to see, isn't it? I wanted you to see the overall thing. One more time. How's that?
Yeah, that's better.
I'll just do it another little bit. There we go. I'll write that bigger too. And in fact, I'll get rid of that and I'll write it at the top of it, I think. So the first horizontal line that we're going to do is 3 centimeters. This one from here to here will be 2.5. Then that's a half. And then from there to there, that's 2.5. And then another half, a centimeter, then 2.5.
Sorry, Annalise, what was the distance here in the 2 parallel lines?
All right, from here to here, sorry, that's 0.5 centimeter. So if I come to here and I do this, that's 0.5 centimeter, okay? 0.5 centimeter. Now I know this is going to look weird. It looks weird at the moment. But what I want you to do then is find the center of that. Just guess it for the time being. Of each one of these 2.5s. And then try and then draw a line halfway through all the way across the 2.5s. Don't do it on the half ones. So can you see how I've just started here, drawn it to here, then started here, drawn it to here, and then started again and drawn it to here?
Please analyze what the heading of this exercise.
I'm just about to tell you. I just wanted you to draw this first of all.
Okay.
Okay. So this, what we are doing at the moment is we are drawing windows. And we're drawing them as a floor plan. So we're looking down on top of it. That's what we're doing. So they're just the measurements. Now these measurements will change, but I just want you to see what a window, a very ordinary window, the fixed glass window would look like in plan. Okay, so if I darken my window parts up, I go back here, which you can do, or I darken up the parts of my, what would be my wall. Can't see it on that side, I have to do it that way. She's just going to go from here to here to here, and then I will go dark line here, do a dark line here and here, darken that line up, darken that one up, and darken this end one up. So can you see how I've just darkened up that end, and those two square looking things? And then what you can do is just very gently render in those darkened areas, just very gently to begin with, this end and then this end. And also the center too. And one more thing we will do is we will make each one of these pieces of glass a bit thicker, because that's what you do. You make where glass is, in some cases, you make that line quite thick. Okay? So that you guys will end up with something that looks like that. So that's part of a wall looking down in plan. And these are the 3 windows that we've got here. Now I'm going to use this plan to draw an elevation of this wall internally, not externally, but internally. And to do that, you are going to draw between line 4, which is that one there, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are going to be drawing between 4 and 7. Okay? 4 and 7. And what you're going to do is you're going to transfer each one of these vertical lines that you've drawn between here and here. So I'm going to darken those 2 lines up that I've selected. So that's line 4 and line 7. And then I'm going to bring each one of these lines down. Okay? Use your judgment. Try and keep them as straight as possible. You can use the same measurements that I've used up there, but I'd like you to just sort of use your judgment, see if you can get them straight. Very gently, but only do them gently. Don't darken them in yet. Because what we're doing at the moment is we're just setting ourselves up some what we call construction lines. That's why we draw most of everything very lightly before we start to put in the detail. So we're setting ourselves up. So you then should have something that looks vaguely like that. And then you will, from line 4, I'd like you to measure down just 1 centimetre on both sides, so that you've got a line that will appear between 4 and 5. And again, very gently, just draw the line across. Am I recording this? I am. Good. Hoping that you can see that line.
Excuse me, Annalise.
Yesy?
Is there any chance that the first wall that you have is actually 3.5 centimeter
I don't know.
instead of 3?
No, it's 3 centimeters. So if you mark off, I'll do this instead. I'll show you this. Well,
I'm a bit lost, Annalise.
okay, that's right. I'm just going to do this first. This is part of technical drawing. I just didn't want to frighten you by saying this is part of technical drawing. It's because I didn't want you all to run away. Okay? So, most of you have got the two centimeters all the way down the page on both sides. And then you drew lines going all the way across here. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And then you all measured in
Yes.
4 centimeters and then 4 centimeters
Yes.
and drew a line down and drew a line down.
Yes.
Now, if you number from the top of your page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep going, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You number each one of those lines coming down from the top. Scale. Okay. And then, going slowly, we measured down from line 3 0.5 centimetre on both sides, and we drew a line going across. Then we came here and we went, I'll do it this way so you can see it. Now what I'm doing here is called a running dimension. So it means that what you can do is just use your ruler. I've not done that very well, have I? Just need to bring those down a bit. So what happens is this is going to be, sorry, not there. That's going to be 0. That's going to be 3 centimeters. That's going to be 5.5. That will be 6. I've now forgotten where I'm up to. 3, 5, 6. That's then 8.5. That's 9. That's 11.5. And then the last one will be 13. Okay, so that's called a running measurement. It means that you start at 0 and you're going to just mark off these points on here. So let me just put my ruler there. So from here to here, 3 centimeters. Then I'm going to mark off 5.5, which is just here. And I'm going to mark off 6. The next one I'm going to mark off is 8.5. And then I'll mark off 9. That needs to be a bit darker there. Then I'm going to mark off 11.5, and then the last one will be 13.
But Annalise, if you use the 3 square, then it would only add up to be 12 instead of 13.
Well, then why have I got my ruler?
Yeah, I got the same thing.
That's why, because my last war is only, my last war is only half a centimetre, but yours, so it should end at 12. Yours end at 13.
Yes.
That's why I think there must be a scale issue there.
No, I had the same thing. My it was also 11, 12, but I just added the extra centimetre right now.
Yeah.
But we're using exactly what Annalise was explaining. We should end up with 12.
Okay, so measure the top of your page, top of your paper, right? From one side of your paper to the other. Does it come to 21?
Yep.
Yes.
No, 20.
Are you using a book
20.
with a binder in it?
Mine is 19.5.
Okay, well that's why, because I'm using a correct A4 sheet, okay, which is 21 across. If you're using a book or something slightly different, it will be a different dimension because it's not
But is that okay?
Yeah, you can use A4 paper. As long as you just
actually,
get
because I
this
use
and
my
this and
digital
this
file.
and this. I don't care how much space you have left there.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but if you're looking at the the 3 lines, the 3 squares that you're using, the middle one, they should all be 4 centimeters, which means they can only add up to 12. It doesn't matter what the peripheral is. You're using the scale by drawing those lines.
Yes, I'm using an ordinary ruler.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's ignore what's on the outside, but on the inside, there's 3 lines that's going down, and each of them are 4 centimeter according to the grid.
No, each one of these from the top down.
That's 2. Yes.
That comes in 4 centimeters.
Yes.
And then if I come over here and I measure that again, that comes in 4 meters on that side, centimeters on that side.
Yes.
Have you got 4 centimeters on this side?
Yes.
Okay. And it's the whole of your page, 21 centimeters.
Yes.
I've got 20.
Okay.
I drawed a line for a bit inside from the papers.
Okay. So if you haven't got the right measurements or your page isn't an A4 page, it will look different. I've got a ruler in front of me with lines on it. If I put my 0 here and I measure across to my first line, that is 3 centimeters. Then I've got 5.5. Then I've got 6. Then I've got 8.5. And then I've got 9. And then I've got 11.5. And then I've got 13. So this is my ruler, which is correct. That's the dimensions I should have. So either your page isn't as wide as 21 centimeters, or you've measured in too far or too less here, whichever way you're going to do it. But look, all I'm worried about is that from here to here, whether you've got 13 or not, if you need to add on a little bit more to get to 13, that's fine. I don't want you to worry about it. I just want the 3, the 2.5, the half, the 2.5, the half, the 2.5, and then whatever's left over. That's all I'm worried about.
Yeah, that makes sense now.
Okay?
Because I think
Yeah, because the books, sometimes sketchbooks aren't as wide as the A4. They might say they're A4, but they're not. It just depends on where you get them from. Okay? So I'm not going mad, all right? Don't make me think I'm going mad. Okay, so if you guys can do that and then colour in the 3 and the 0.5 centimetre and the 0.5 centimetre and then whatever else you've got left here, that would be lovely. So it ends up being something like this. Something keeps flying into my window. Okay. And then did you get the rest of what I said to do as far as that you outlined? You made this line here heavier and that heavier and that heavier and that heavier and then coloured them in. So you'll still see the other lines in the background very lightly. So what we've got here is line widths. Okay. Give me a yell when you guys have done that first part and you sort of feel semi-happy with it, and then I'll move on again, all right? I don't want to move on if you're not happy.
I have done it, but
You're not happy anyway.
the results are satisfactory. Because I drawn the 4-inch line a bit far from the paper side. So that's why it's not giving me right 13, you know.
Oh, okay. There you go. Just draw that in back in again. There we go. All right. So give us a hoy when you've all managed to do that. I didn't want this to be difficult or horrible for you. I just wanted it to be normal.
Annalise, can you please have a look?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've got something else on my screen. Let me just do this and then do that. And where are you? Oh, yes, that looks right. Bring it closer. Closer, closer, closer. Now, is that middle line thicker?
Yep.
And then you've got 2 lighter lines on the outside. Yes, that looks good. Oh, good girl. Lovely.
Thank you.
Yes, 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 Jennifer. Lovely. Very nice. Does anybody else want to send me anything? Look, show me anything? Or you just all want to hide away? Or do you just want to go away and eat chocolate now? Oh, Wailing. That looks good. Good girl. She's eating chocolate, biscuits and chocolate. Well done. Young, good girl. Dima, show me.
Yep.
I missed it. I missed it completely. Lovely. Well done. Good, good,
Okay.
good. Oh, you guys are legends. Okay. Oh, Leanne, there's a smaller U
Done
next to
like
you.
you. I'm just.
That looks lovely. Good girl. Good girls. Ah, absolute legends. Okay. Oh, Macy. Oh, I've got that wrong, haven't I? I've really got
It's Mesa.
Mesa. Oh, for goodness sake. That's just me. I can't read. That looks great too. Good girl. Good girl. Oh, you're all
See,
brilliant.
Problem that they were talking about, but it was because of this.
Yeah, it's the book.
It took a centimetre from the page, so I just added over here a
Lovely.
centimetre.
Lovely.
That was-
Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah, it is actually A4 for wide, but you lose that half an inch with the binding.
Yeah, it's a binder, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I realised that when you were measuring.
Yes, sorry. Mabina, that looks great. I've got everybody. Good girl. You're all doing really well. I'm trying really hard to confuse you all, and you just keep coming back with all the right stuff.
Did you do homework, Bella? Yeah?
I done that.
What else did you do? Come look, do some fight with. Excuse me, no.
Sounds like some serious discipline is going on there. All right.
Can. Write the word can to complete. Nick can ride a bike. Write the word to complete each sentence. He can make a big bike go fast. He can, Mr. Piper. Slow down. You can read this and read. Why? I'm not okay. Find whatever you want and you just find whatever that you want and do it. Yeah? Good job.
Okay. Have you
Hey, listen to your mom. Listen to your mom.
Yes, listen to your mother.
Oh my god.
Listen to your mother. Do as you're told. This is your mother's teacher. She's very busy. You need to be really helpful to your mum at the moment. She's doing her homework and she needs you to be helpful by leaving her alone. Okay, I'm moving on, guys. All right, so then from line 4, now if you can't number them over that side, just number them over that side. Those who have got a binder there, if it's messing about with your head. From line 4 to line 7, just draw 2 lines going across like that. From line to line 7, that start and stop at those 2 verticals that we had there. And then I asked you all to very gently line your ruler up with the window openings and very gently draw down, try and keep them as straight as possible, draw down and draw down. Oh, I'm just writing that down so that I can actually, there, just don't worry about the thing at the end, Anne. Okay, so then you've got these coming down, and then I asked you to measure down with your ordinary centimetre ruler, just down 1 centimetre from the line 4, so that you've got 1 centimetre going across there. And again, just very gently. As I was saying before, what we're setting up here are construction lines to help us draw the whole thing. So we're going to now put these windows in this wall here. So this is a wall from here to here. So this is what we call an elevation. So that's the plan, and you can write that. Plan, and then you can write down here elevation, and you use your plan to help you draw an elevation because it helps you to make sure you line everything up with what the plan's going to, with the plan, and so that it's all technically correct. Now we're going to go from 7 to 6. Okay, so just put a little mark on either side to the 6. Turn your page sideways and just draw lines where the windows are. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean. Like that. So it looks like that. And then do the same as I've done here at that 1 centimetre that we measured down. All right, between, so we're just drawing in the windows, and you can draw these lines a bit darker, so then you have something that looks like that. And then afterwards you are just going to darken in between 6 and the 5.5 mark. So you end up with something that will look like this. Just darken those lines up from there to there, and there to there, and there to there. And that gives us an elevation of that wall. I'm just going to erase the lines I don't want to keep. I'll erase these ones down here. And that is going to be your elevation of the plan of windows that you just drew. Okay.
I have so much respect for draftsmen now.
Good. Wait until I get you to start crossing your lines over. Then you're just going to go mental. Alrighty. So you've drawn a plan of 3 windows, and you've drawn an internal, so an interior elevation. I might just write the word interior in front of that. Interior elevation. So we're standing inside. So that's the floor, and that line up there is the ceiling, which you can just gently write floor, and this line here is your ceiling. Just so you know for yourself, it's not something that you write on normally, but for you guys, just to begin with, you can write it there so that you know what's going on. Okay. And this particular window that we've done, so I'm going to go and get rid of these markings now, because we all know what we're doing here, and you guys can too, because what I want to write here is on this line that's disappeared off the face of the earth now, which I'll have to redraw in a little bit. I'm going to write just on this side, starting from this line here, I'm going to write the word fixed window. I think that's what I'm going to be writing. I just want to check to make sure that that's what I am doing. Oh, I wish I could find, where is it? It just keeps disappearing. Okay, so this is what's called a fixed window, all right? And just go fixed window. Now, if you want to keep your writing beautiful and straight and everything, you can just, like you did here, measure up 2 or 2.5 or 1/2 centimetre, and you can draw yourself a little construction line so that you can keep all of your line work or all of your writing beautifully straight. So I'll just pop that back in, and I'm just going to pop that one back in, and that way you've got somewhere to start and finish. And it keeps your writing really nice and neat, as opposed to that dreadfulness I've written down there because I haven't got my 2 lines. So maybe I might just clean this up a little bit and give myself a couple of lines so I can go interior elevation as neatly as you can. Okay. I think I should fix plan up as well, don't you? Let's make it all beautiful. So I'm going to put a couple of lines here so I can write the word plan. Actually, it's a floor plan. I'll put that in. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to make that go further along. And I'm going to put the word in floor before that. Floor plan. So we have beautifulness. I'll fix these up later. So So there we have a fixed window example of a floor plan of what the window would look like and an elevation of what the window would look like. Okay, there's no, you know, opening or closing, it's just fixed. So we've got a sill height, meaning this is where the window starts, of 2 centimeters, and then we've got an opening of 3 centimeters, and then we've got 1 centimeter here. So that's what this window, if I was standing inside a building, would look like. Yay! All right, now, what time is it? Good. Okay, we're going to now do what is the same type of drawing, but this one's going to be a double hung window. Meaning, do you know what a double hung window is, you guys? Don't all answer at once because I get too overwhelmed. A double hung window means that it does that. Yeah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I live in a California bungalow, so I've got
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. California bungalow. Beautiful. Lovely big, tall ceilings, beautiful windows. Lovely. So that's what a double hung window. So if we were going to do a double hung window, we're going to draw that down here. How many spots do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many did I use up here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're going to start from here. So this is where I'll have my writing. So I'll measure down. I sort of know what half a centimetre looks like, so I'm just going to do that. I'll go down. So on line 9 is where you're going to have your writing. On line 10 is where you're going to have your window opening again. Half a centimetre. Right. Half a centimetre. Draw that across. And we're just going to use the same dimensions as we've got up here so we don't have to worry about measuring things again. So let's do that. Just bring down from up here, bring down the same measurements on those 2 lines for our double hung window. And that just makes life a lot easier. And here, and here, whoops, here, and then here. So that's there. So, just before, oh, it's before, sorry, that was a no-no. It's actually above 9, not below 9. Doesn't matter if you've done it though. Okay, and we're going to do this. And then I'm going to write in a double hung window. Excellent. And again, do exactly what you did up here. Make these lines here where the wall is quite dark, so push a little bit harder on both of those lines. Let me just do it this way, it makes life a little bit easier. A little bit there and a little bit there, and that one goes along. And then make these verticals that you just drew in quite dark. Now I'm going to ask you to just bring up, see how I'm now crossing these lines very, very slightly? That's what you do in drafting. And the reason why you cross lines in drafting, well, I've just completely got that one out of the wrong place. It's so that they look more square. If I was to draw a square by going from point to point and point to point, it sort of looks a little bit rounded. If I draw the same square and I slightly cross each one of those lines, it actually makes the drawing look like it's really square. And that's the reason why you cross your lines, so that just a little tiny bit, not by much, it's just a bit, because then it actually gives you a really, really crisp join. Whereas when you join two lines together like that, it sort of goes a bit rounded. And in technical drawing or drafting, you need to make these lines very crisp and very precise and crossed over. So I'll get you to do the crossing over of these ones, and I'm just going to render in these darker lines we've done, and this one as well. Make that a bit darker. To the center, and then up here into the center and come down here. So that's nice and dark. Alrighty, now we need to make this look like a double hung window. And to do that, we are going to put two tiny lines together, which means that we have to make sure our pencils are very, very sharp, because we're going to be drawing two lines very close together. Now, find out where the halfway point is and just do a little mark for yourself on either side here so you can see it. You can get rid of it later, but I just want you to do something as simple as that. And then slightly, so that you can actually see the mark that you made, I want you to bring your ruler in, but don't go over the top of the mark. Go right beside it as close as you can, but without covering it. And then just draw with your very sharp pencil a fine line like that. And then come back and do another fine line just on the outside of the center, again coming back this way. All right, and so what you'll have is something that has two fine lines quite close together. I'm not very happy with mine, so I'm going to do them again because I think mine are awful. So I'm just going to fix them up. I'm going to draw them again. I want two very, 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 so if I don't, so you can see that even if I don't like something or I don't think it looks right, I will go back and I will draw it again until it looks right to me. Oh, that's going up at an angle now. Really not happy at all, Jan. Let's try this one more time with a bit of feeling. And that one seems to be going okay. And then this one should be just here. And it should look okay too when I do this. There we go, that's better. Now I'll just fix up my dreadfulness here and my dreadfulness here. So then you will have something that will look like that. Let me just draw that in a little bit lighter. And I might make these two a bit harder. Oh dear. Make that dark. And then I will make that one darker as well. So I've got 2 lines. There we go. Once I'm happy with where my lines are, I can then darken them in. Because again, you want them, you're saying that these are glass windows, not shutters or anything. And you should end up with something like that. Yeah?
Excuse me, internet connection just went off and I just got back on. What is the measurement for the little lines between the window?
What did you want?
The measurements? For
Oh, okay. Just find the
line.
center of the window and then put a line on either side of the center of the window as close as you can get it. But do it lightly to begin with, because if you're not happy with the placement of it, then you can always go back and erase it and then come in and do it again. And when you're happy with it, then you can darken your lines in. Okay?
Okay.
Use your judgment. And I'm going to put a thing under there that says floor plan. Floor plan. And then we're going to draw an elevation of that one, which will go between here and here.
I can't get the straight lines.
I know. It takes practice, but when you actually have a T-square and you've got everything lined up properly, it makes drafting a lot easier. But this is just an exercise so that you guys can, see what you're doing. And then you're going to redraw the same thing here, except for we'll add some more stuff in here. So as I said, you'll draw a line on 11 going all the way across between the 2 verticals, and a line on 14. And then very, very gently mark in where the windows are going to be. By lining up the 2 points like that and like that. Again, measuring down 1 centimeter from the 11, so it's 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, and then draw a line very gently across. So basically draw exactly what you drew here, down here, and then I'll show you what to do afterwards to show that they are a double hung window. Three. Oh, don't need another one. There we go. And then we're going to go and see if you can't cross your lines a little bit. All right. Erase any of the construction lines you don't need. And then you're going to find the halfway point of this distance. And to do that without having to measure it, it's a very easy way to do that, is you draw from one corner diagonally across to the other corner and diagonally from the top right down to the bottom left, and then do the same on this window here, very gently, so that you're doing a cross. And I've got a little tiny fly annoying me. Go away! And put your pencil on that cross there and where this one crosses, and then just draw. This is a simplified version of a double hung window, okay? That's what your double hung windows will look like. And then remove the X. So you end up with something like that. And then you can put down here beautifully and I'm going to move that in about there and do that. And then I'm going to put I'm actually going to move that along, so elevation sits right at the very end, and this is interior. Elevation. And then that's what a simple double hung window will look like. Okay. So 2 different types of window, drawn in plan and in interior elevation. I'm going to move that across because I don't like where it's sitting. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just do that. Now the great thing about doing everything in pencil first is that you get to erase it. So when it comes to actually inking something in, write the word elevation and interior. There. Okay. And then I'm going to go up to the top here. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. How much bigger will I make that? Oh. Let's make it 1 centimeter high. And I'm going to write, get rid of that there and get rid of that there, and then put that one in. Why does it keep disappearing on me? And then I'm going to write in windows. So in very, very big letters. Ooh. Ah! I have to do that. Windows. So I do something like that. I might move that across. That looks awful. So I'm going to move that one across to there. And I'm going to move that one across to there a bit. So that looks like that. Cute. How are we going? Have you all scampered away? Oh, I haven't.
Can I ask?
Yep.
You know the windows, so we draw X through them, and then the middle is, then we draw a line in between it, and that's it?
Yeah, and that's
Yep.
just a very simple version of a double hung window.
Okay.
If
I'm
I
just-
was, I could put more detail on it, but I'm not going to do that yet with you
Okay.
guys because you'll try and kill me all. So we're not going to do that.
Yeah, I was laughing when you were saying like yours is awful. So if you look at ours, you need to find some worse than awful.
All right, now, do you all have baking paper at home?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I've got some.
Good. Go and get it and tear off about this much. Tear off enough baking paper to cover your drawing, right? I'm going to use just trace paper that I got from the local store. Get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. So that I end up with that. Oh, actually, I'm just going to put it over a bit further. And then I'm going to stick the back of this on. Here like that. Let me know when you've got your baking paper. And then I'm going to get you to put it over the top of your beautiful, doesn't matter if your baking paper goes down further than the page, that's fine. As long as it just covers the page. And then on the other side, turn it over and just sticky tape it, like on the edges. Don't sticky tape it in, just sticky tape it on the edges so it doesn't move for the time being, because we don't want it to move. Now, I'm just going to get rid of this little bit. Oh, 4 minutes. This is going to do my heading, isn't it? Okay. Okie dokie. Where am I? I've lost my drafting pens. Hello, kitten. Who's a gorgeous boy? You are. What happened to I've lost it. I don't want to have lost them. Where did they go? No, 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 no. Did I put them over here? Oh, there they are. Oh, okay. All right. So I want a 2 and a 4 and a 6. Okay. Oh. So how are we going? Have you done that? Have you put a piece of baking paper over the top of your what you've just drawn in pencil, and then turn it over and sticky tape it to the back of it so it doesn't move? Yeah. That would be good. And then what you're going to do is you're going to trace this off now using your technical pens. So you don't have the ones that I've got. I've just got these ones because I can't find where my Artline pens are. I don't know where they've disappeared to. But what I'll get you to do is with the writing, this writing here, the fixed window, don't worry about this one yet because we'll have to do that in a big pen. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. If I can get you guys to use your 0.4 and just trace off onto your trace paper just those words to begin with first of all. What's this one? Interior elevation. Oh, that was a bit wobbly. Double hung window, then floor plan. Did I do that? Yes, I did. Floor plan, and then this was the interior elevation down the bottom there. Now let that dry a little bit. Make sure that you that it's all the shine has gone off it because you don't want to smudge it. And then for the big one up the top, you can come back and use your 0.6, which is that really thick one. This 0.6 is not the 0.6 that I want. Where is it? I want that 0.6. Okay, this 0.6. And then I'm going to just trace over the word windows very, very slowly, like so.
Second doesn't want to even write on there. Baking paper.
Yeah, mine ones are not coming as good as...
What's the matter?
The pen doesn't want to...
Doesn't write that well on it.
Oh, doesn't it?
It's very, very light.
Okay. Is it
I want
not
to know the brand because my pen doesn't do that job at all.
Oh, okay. All right, then what I suggest you do is take the baking paper away and just write straight on top of your pencil line. Okay? I just wanted to, make it really, really neat. But you can just go straight over the top of your pencil if that's not working for you. I don't like it when it does that, but never mind. There you go. So just work straight over the top of your pencil. All right?
Okay.
I cannot draw.
No, it wasn't too bad.
It depends on which one you've got. This one that's got some baking paper has a finish on it, like an oily finish, and some doesn't.
Yeah, how mine feels, yeah.
Yeah, if it's got an oily finish, it won't work.
What type of baking paper works then?
The really cheap stuff, the name brand stuff.
Oh,
But you don't want it to have a wax finish on it.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm just using the grease paper that comes
Grease-proof paper.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll work very nicely.
What type of paper?
Grease-proof.
Grease proof.
Yeah, you'll find it
That's
in
very
the
cheap at Coles.
In Office Works or something?
no Coles.
It's for, you know, you need when you put sandwiches in it or anything, you know.
Okay.
When you fry.
Okay.
Yeah, it just stops it from it's absorbent, more absorbent, I think. Anyway, it works better. Otherwise, you'll have to get yourself some trace paper. If you've got it, one, you know, the $2 shops, or the ones that, you know, Reject Shop, or you know, the other ones that have lots and lots of stuff in them for cheaper prices. You can actually buy some trace paper from there. It's very, very it's not great trace paper, but it will do for the time being. If you happen to go past one that's open, it depends on if it's open or not. But just in this case, we won't worry about the trace paper. We'll just go with drawing straight over the top of what we've already got in ink. Window. And again with the floor plan. And again with the interior. Elevation. Ew. Because I can erase away things that I don't want afterwards once everything's dried. And then go through and redraw your beautiful lines. Now, when I first start drawing something up, sorry, I should have done that. I draw everything up in 0.2 first before I start to put line thicknesses on. Okay. And while I'm at this particular angle, I'm just going to draw all of these vertical, well, they're horizontal really. I'm just going to draw all of these. Now, this is where I'll get you to most definitely cross your lines a little bit when you start to use the ink pen. Okay. And then I'm going to go down here. And then I will do this one. And then that one. And I'm just going to do all of these lines while I'm here, apart from the glass in the windows. And again, just a little bit, cross those lines over. Actually, I'm going to put that one between here and here and go, and you can cross these over a little bit too. That's all right to do. And I'm going to cross that one over. So I do it all in 0.2 first. And then come back the other way and do all of these ones. Again, crossing my line a little bit. Crossing. 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 And then just mark all of these up. So they're beautifully straight, gorgeously drawn. Ah! I nearly drew it from the wrong place. If you make a horrible mistake and you're doing this on this white paper, you can just use white out to get rid of the horribleness, okay? You can't do it on baking paper though, won't work. Next one. So remember to very gently cross over those lines, just a titch, as it were. I'm now seeing double. That's good, isn't it? And this one, across here and across here, and here and here. And I'm going to go this one. Oh, stop moving. Not you guys. My ruler. Can you see that? No, you can't see that. Sorry, you should have told me. That one, and then that one. And then my last lot of everything. Which will be from here, that one, and that one. Oh, didn't do the very last one. And this one. Down across there. And then the very last thing you're going to do, oh no, the second last thing you're going to do is you are going to get your 0.4, this one, and you are going to do the glass thickness with your 0.4. Okay, so I'm going to put my glass thickness in with my 0.4. I can't really see that. I think I'll use my 0.6 very lightly because I really want to see that this is a thick line. There we go. That's better. And I'll do the same with this as well, except for I will use the 0.4 because two really thick lines will look awful together. So I will use my 0.4 and do these two lines very close together, going down here. Now to actually get the correct width, because most pens have got a flat top to them, you've got to sort of hold them almost vertically so you get the complete width of the nib. And that's that one. And then I'm going to, on the outside, not over the top, but just on the outside of that line, I will put a thick line. Whoops, it's got a bit knobby there. And on the outside of this one, I will put a thick line there. Do the same for the one that's down the bottom here. You can almost cover that line and then draw a thick line. And then down the bottom here, draw a thick line over the top of it, just on the outside. And to darken in each one of these, there's a little thing that is called backlining, what I call backlining. I don't think anybody else calls it backlining, but I call it backlining because that's, to me, that's what it was taught to me as, but I must be going a bit weird. Anyway, so what you do with backlining is you actually outline the inside of something that you are going to render. And you do it with a ruler. So I will line my ruler up and I will, what is called backline, each one of these shapes. I'll do it on this side. It's not on the line, okay? It's on the inside of the line. So remember that. That's why it's called backlining. Go across, go across, go across, and then do your verticals. Again, backlining on the inside. And what that does is you can either leave it like that, which makes it look really quite lovely, but it helps you to actually come back in with your ink pen and render. So it looks really quite lovely and it gives the thickness of the walls. We might leave that one as it is, but maybe this one will completely render in. So again, I'm going to do the same backlining I've put there. I'm going to put it down on this one here. So just on the inside wall. Beautiful, 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 and beautiful. Turn it. More beautifulness on the inside of each one of those. That's better. And then my verticals on the inside of the wall and between the whatever they're called, because then when you come to render this in or color it in, because render just means coloring in, you don't have to be so precise. Like, it just gives you that extra barrier of thickness so you don't go on the outside of that really fine line. It's quite difficult to render something in or fill it in if you don't have this thickness here. It can make the lines go a little bit wobbly. And then you should end up with something that looks as gorgeous. Well, not as gorgeous, but you should end up with something that looks vaguely like this. Okay. And then you've got all the right pen weights and everything like that. And then I'm going to come in and get rid of some of the pencil work.
Excuse me, Annalise.
Yes. Oh, I've just taken the whole thing.
My 0.4 doesn't look as thick as yours.
Hold it more upright, okay? Hold it so it's more upright. I've just destroyed my page because it was too damp. It was still too wet.
The other thing I was going to ask is with the double hung window under the floor plan, even though we drew in pencil with 2 lines, when we put the ink on it, is it just one thick line instead of 2 fine?
It's 2 fine lines. It's just that I went to rub out my pencil and my line work hadn't dried, so I've taken off the top edge of mine. But yes, you do. You want it. Can you see that a bit better? See how I've got 2 lines there?
Oh, okay. It looked like a one thick line before, but now I can see 2 lines now. Yes.
Yeah. No, and then I didn't let it dry enough, so now I've got bits missing, which I'll fix up later. But I will just make everything else a little bit more beautiful and hope that I don't erase away things that I actually want to keep.
Hey, Annalise.
Yes,
just a question. When we're submitting our class exercises,
yes,
do we need to redo them, or can we just hand in what we've actually done?
You can hand in what you've actually done, or if you're not happy with it, you can redo it.
Okay.
Okay, and cool. I will leave that up to you. You'll know if you're not happy with it.
Okay.
Keep in mind that once you've done one thing once, when you go to do it again, you will do it much faster because you already know what you're doing. So if you were to do this exercise again, you already know what you have to do. You would do it much faster than listening to me give you a step-by-step. Have you got it? Got me?
Yeah, understandable.
Yep. So if you want your work to look really cool, then, fix it up or redo it. I don't know what I'm going to do about this. I'm going to have to do something about it. I might have to redo mine.
Also, sorry, another question.
Oh my goodness, it's full of questions.
When we actually do a classwork,
Sorry?
Is it graded like a pass or fail, or graded as in percentage?
No, it's graded as in pass or fail, or what we will put in is we will say satisfactory or not satisfactory, okay? And then with the classwork and the assessments, but then when you finished all the assessments and we put a mark in for your overall unit that you're doing, we will put in achieved competency or not competent, okay? So it's either one or the other, so it'll be an AC or an NC, or that you haven't achieved competency yet.
So if we are competent in it, do we get a chance to redo it?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
You get one
Yeah.
chance to redo it. Yep.
Okay, that's good.
So you do. So don't get too worried about it. They took all the marking and the percentage stuff out of a lot of courses in TAFE because they wanted everybody to feel like that they were on an even footing. So I tend to put, when I give you, if I put remarks in that you need some feedback with, I'll either put that it was satisfactory or that it was good or that it was very good. And sometimes I'll even use the word excellent. But it doesn't go down on your transcript. It's just how I'm seeing your work at the moment. And if I do say satisfactory, it means that it is. It's satisfactory and it's very acceptable. Okay? But so far, with the work I've seen from you lot, fabulous. I'm very, very happy.
Louise,
Yeah.
I've only got a 0.4 outline and pen.
Yep.
But I'm actually trying to do as thick as possible. Sorry, I don't have a 0.2. So I've been treading lightly on the lines.
Yep.
Not so.
No,
there is
no,
a distinction.
Yep, no, that's fine. As long as you try and create the same distinctive lines that I've created. Yep,
Okay.
that's
Thank
cool.
you.
All right.
Thank you. One more question. Sorry. Sorry. With the rendering with the outline pens,
Yeah.
do we actually just do it on the double hung, the actual, just the wood bit on top?
Yes, just the double hung one. Don't do it on the fixed one. We'll just leave it as backlining.
Okay, as backlining, as in like pencil?
No, well, we did it in pencil to begin with, but the backlining I'm talking about is we drew everything in a 0.2, but then we went around the inside.
right, yes.
Remember with the 5?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
So all the pencils being rubbed off at the end, right? There'd be no pencil left.
No. Well, I've left the pencil in here,
Okay.
in these ones
Wait.
of mine, because I thought it looked pretty.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, this has all gone funny and horrible. I wonder if I can save it. I'm giving you 0.2. Is someone trying to say something to me, or is that just me? Okay. Please. Oh. And very, very lightly. Oh, it's still a bit blurry. Never mind. I might just try and fix that up in Photoshop so it looks much nicer. Where's that line I was trying to get rid of? There we go.
Sorry, Annalise, the baking paper and the pen don't like each other.
No, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Just go straight over the top of your pencil that you've just done. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Hey. If I put that way, oh, it doesn't do anything. No, don't do that. That's just going to send everybody a bit weird. So I won't do that. Don't do that, Anne. Just do that and then do that. Alright. I might bring that out a little bit. Oh, I don't like this messy one now that I ruined with the eraser. It's upset me. Okay. Well, that's it for today. Ladies? Ladies, are you still with me? You still there? Oh, God.
We're here.
We're still here. We're still here. Yes, yes. Ooh.
Can you just put
This is
the
actually really
paper
fun.
a bit down so you can see the top,
Sorry?
please? Just put the bring your paper down a bit. No.
The other way?
Now to the the other way. Yes. To the top. I want to see the top. Yeah.
Okay. I will scan this in and then put it up on the Moodle for you. Okay.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Angela, where's your mini-me? Where is your mini-me? Didn't you have your son with you last week? Oh, you're going to take me to your son. I can't hear you, honey. You've got your sound down. You haven't got your sound up. Can't hear you. Turn your sound on.
Sorry, I'm here. Sorry.
That's
Yeah, I come in. I changed the bedroom because my partner is in the living area having a meeting. I can speak when he's there, and just
okay.
listening and drawing.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry
it's a
about
bit
that.
difficult when we are at the same time at home.
Well, send him out. Send him out.
What did you say?
I just said, no, don't you have your son with you as well?
I don't know.
I thought you had your son with you last week.
No, I think, I don't know.
Do you have a son?
Oh, who is there? I sent to you everything, I think.
Yeah, no, I know that. I'm sorry. I was just, I think we've
Just I'm confused now because I'm lost.
Yes, no, that's okay. What I first said to you is I thought that you had your son with you.
No, I don't have a kid. No.
You don't have it. Well, then who had the child last week?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry.
Anyway, it was lovely that you went out of the room so that you could talk to us anyhow. That's really good. I've just got you. You might be one of the other classes I've got. So I apologise about that.
Don't worry.
That's okay. Now, everyone, are you all okay so far?
Yep. I'm finished.
You finished? Excellent. Good. Well, is that you, Mona? What's the matter?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, darling, I can.
I don't have access to the Moodle. How do we get all the assessments and that?
Okay, I'll go through it one more time. I'm going to change what's on visually on my screen. I will